This is the Hogtooth Knives Little Ruffian. It's a great in-the-pocket fixed blade carry knife, especially with this awesome Kydex sheath and DCC pocket clip. This is the little brother of the Ruffian. The Hogtooth Ruffian, if you've watched this channel or seen many of my shows, you know I carry this one a lot, especially in the winter months. This usually rides at 3 o'clock. In the waistband over here when I'm wearing my bigger pants and my baggier clothes. This incidentally is about the largest I can EDC. That's a 4 3/8 inch blade from the scales to here. So it's a big knife and pretty thick. I was always wondering if he was going to make a small version of it, and he did. I was wondering if it would be small like, say, the EDC Tonto. The knife I really fell in love with Hogtooth Knives for. I used to carry this all the time. I say used to because I've gotten other Hogtooths that have eclipsed this, but it's still just a great knife, and it's one of his standards in his line. 154 cm, deep hollow ground, all hand done. Well, cut out with water jet, and then everything else hand done. This is a great knife. This one, by the way, not this one in particular, but this model has been battle proven. I will not go into the story, but it's a good one, and it's good to know that your tools work for what they're for. But he didn't go that size. He went this size, even smaller, and in a way, it makes this more of a folding knife owner's fixed blade. It's in the smaller realm, and what I like about it is also something that's taken some getting used to. And I have a couple of other knives, like the Beckwith and the Northman, that are pocket carry fixed blades, and it takes getting used to. This clips on the seam of your pocket, and then you have this much coming out. So you can see that it's a knife, but man, it's pretty cool. And by what I mean by it takes some getting used to is that you're not pinching the knife out and opening it. You just have to get used to grabbing it like this and pushing off with that thumb ramp, and boom, you got a knife in hand. This one is begging, like I said, for some sort of leather fob or something nice, just to give it a little extra tug. But in any case, I have tried this in the waistband, but it keeps going back to the pocket. The one thing about the pocket carry fixed blades is that those days that you carry it, you're not carrying one of your cool folders, or you have to move it to a different pocket, because I keep coming back to front right pocket, tip down, edge back, kind of traditional carry. Whereas when it's in my waistband, whether appendix or 3 o'clock, any knife, it's going to be oriented for this kind of draw. So yeah, this has very much taken on the role of a folder for me. And with that 3 3/8 inch blade, it's about the size of many of the folders I carry. What do I have in my pocket right now? Just out of the blue, Micarta, so almost about the same size. Almost about. About the same size right there. But smaller handle. You don't need such a big handle because you're not trying to accommodate the blade plus an inch. So I know a lot of people think that is tacky and ugly, the purple. I've grown to love it. It was my only option for a Gen 2. So you can see it's basically the same exact design reduced by a percentage. I'm not sure what that percentage is. But both great knives. This one extremely useful, very thin and super sharp. Let me try it on this spec sheet here. Yeah, I mean, gratifyingly sharp. This was his very first one ever, and it was a prototype, and then I loved it so much, he gave it to me. Thank you very much, Matt. But I had notes. My notes weren't on the blade at all. My notes were on the sheath, and I think he took one to heart, and that is, I just would say lower that a little bit. Lower the the grippiness down a little bit, and widen out the sheath ever so slightly, because I'm getting a little Kydex scratch. So usually that just means putting a thicker layer of tape on the blade or something like that. I am certainly not the expert, but none of his other Kydexes leave marks on the blade. So I'm just assuming that because it was a prototype, when he was making the sheath, you know, something irregular happened. Really, really nice micarta here. And I like how this micarta has a little bit of an antique reddish feel to it. I didn't really realize it till I got this. I thought this was just sort of tan, but then next to this, it looks red. I have never carried them together because that would just be too much. Too matchy-matchy, too cute. This jimping is now, oh, this is, okay, this is the last of his file cut jimping. Matt Chase of Hogtooth Knives is now using a laser to cut the jimping, and it's sticky. Oh, it's so cool. So he had a batch of these that he brought to Blade Show, and they're beautiful. Lots of different handle materials, just gorgeous. And the jimping that he did with the laser cutter was really, really grippy and very, very nice. Yeah, I love this. This is a great way to get into fixed blade pocket carry, A, and B, into a custom knife. This will not break the bank, but it's worth every penny. If you're the kind of guy who buys expensive Spydercos or buys, you know, Hinderers, certainly you get this for the price of a Hinderer. But for a very, very well-priced custom fixed blade, you definitely won't be upset with this. Also, it's a great way for someone who's not used to fixed blade carry to fixed blade carry. I'm going to show it with a couple of knives that it reminds me of. Here's another one that's great for that. This is the Auxiliary Manufacturing Pocket Bowie. And I just shifted to Bowie, not sure why, but nice recurve, a nice long swedge, small, pocketable. This one is about the same handle length, a little shorter on the blade. Nice coffin-shaped handle. This one I use with a little paracord. The paracord goes around my belt or around my belt loop, and then this just drops in the waistband, and I just tug it, and it pops out. And you have it. Doesn't matter how you pull it out. Either way, you're good to go, especially if you have to grab it like this. So that's the Pocket Bowie by Auxiliary Manufacturing. Here it is with the TKL Knives Combatant, kind of the same size-ish, a little bit larger with the handle. Handle is a full 4-finger grip for me. He's got some cool new blade shapes coming out with this one. But same blade length. Both excellent Marines, by the way, making these. Very cool. Nickel boron coating on this one here. And then here it is with a super budget, easy to carry fixed blade. This is the Cold Steel Mini Tack, about the same size. Yeah, about the same size. Different handle setup. But maybe you only have 20 bucks and don't have, well, 10 times that for this. This is, I think these are about $275. Sorry if I'm quoting wrong, but go to Hogtooth Knives on Instagram, or go to the Hogtooth Knives website, and you can find out how much these Little Ruffians are running. Very nice. He sold a lot of these at Blade Show, and I know he's making more. So go check him out. All right, thanks for watching.